and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is focusing on this makeup look right here. I did do a full face today except for foundation and concealer. I'd already got that done before jumping in and doing the eye makeup, but I did use a new concealer today, and it's the Unique Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I'm in the shade Scarlet for anybody that is around the same sort of skin tone as me and wants to pick this up. I have really enjoyed working with this, and this is only my first time using it because it did come today in the post. I used it for my shadow base today. I used it for the T-zone area and under eye area, and this is so full coverage. Like, you only need a pea size amount and it covers, like, I mean, I couldn't get over it. I put a wee pea size in the back of my hand just to see what way it was, and I felt it and seen what way I felt, because every time I get like something that's new for the face, like for the base area, I like to really just sort of buff and blend it into my hands and stuff and have a wee play. But when I put it on my eyes, I was like, oh my god, a pea size amount to cover both of my eyes. And you know that I blend my concealer like the whole way out now, but this is so good. If you're looking for a really nice, lovely, friendly, really informative, unique presenter, I really recommend PLouise. You can find her on Facebook or on Instagram, and she is the most loveliest person ever. I did buy this with my own money, by the way, in case people are like, right girl, like you're just using, you got this sent to you and you're just talking about it. But no, I haven't. I bought this with my own money, because I was so skeptical about Unique before, because there were so many people texting and like messaging you, and you're like, go away, leave me alone, like stop pestering me. But I found Vela, and I added her, she added me as a friend, and I accepted her, and we've been chatting, and she's a lovely girl, and I still talk to her. So do I. So I contacted her finally about picking up something from Unique, and I picked up the concealer just to try it out and see what it's like first. I'm actually going to go ahead and make an order on the shadows, because the shadows like unbelievable. So I just wanted to talk about this before explaining what today's look's about. So if you are looking for a really good concealer that's so full coverage that you need a small amount that's going to last you forever, I really highly recommend the Unique Mineral Touch concealer. And also my unique presenter is PLouise, for anybody that is wondering and wants to contact her about grabbing some lovely goodies. So back to basics and back to what today's look's actually focusing on. So I was down in Dublin on Sunday at the PLouise palette launch event, and I mean, it was incredible. It was so good, minus the cold, because it was absolutely freezing. But yeah, I did do a vlog for anybody that is wondering. I did do a vlog, and I will leave it linked in the description so you can go check it out after if you want. But yeah, so we got the palette in the goodie bag. We also got a few NYX products and some samples of like different brands, foundations, blah, and also a pair of lashes as well from Eldora. So yeah, I got to meet Paige herself, and she signed my palette. I didn't even want to use it because she signed it. Fangirl moment, I know, but I did use it anyway, and I created this makeup look with it. I just really wanted to put the shadows to test and see how well they blended, how well they also blended together as well, because certain products or certain shadows, when you blend them together, they don't really work, even if they are in the same palette. But this, I tried it out, created this makeup look. I created a half cut crease, and I also used one of the PLouise pigments. I did buy the pigments with my own money. So yeah, I can only pick 3 up, but you get 5. So the one I used on the centre of my crease was Poppin' Candy, and then over the top of that I just used a wee lychee glitter in the shade Rose Gold, just to really make the look a wee bit more dramatic, starting out a wee bit, even though you don't really need to. But yeah, so I did use that as well. I'm really impressed with how the look turned out. I also used the new highlighter and stuff today, and yeah, really happy with how the look turned out. Many times am I going to say that, but yeah. So if you want to see how to create this look, then just keep on watching. And also, I am in my pajama top today, guys. It's late here. I've recorded about 3 or 4 videos, and I just couldn't be bothered because it's my day off work, and I just wanted to make the video as chilled out as possible. Other than that, I'm probably just lazy and don't want to go and put an outfit on to record a video. But yeah, other than that, if you want to see how to create this makeup look using the PLouise palette and pigments, then just keep on watching. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking a flat brush and I'm just patting the shade PLouise onto the lid's base. And then I'm going to go in with a large fluffy blending brush and start to blend and diffuse that product out. Because my base is damp, it's best to pat the shadow on first as opposed to going straight in and blending it out. So I'm still going in with the PLouise shade. I found this shade really difficult to sort of build up. I don't know why, but I think it's okay just for a really nice transition shade. But I think if I had the actual PLouise base, maybe that shade would have been a wee bit more intense. But I'm literally just blending it out throughout the whole entire eye and crease area. And then as I get to the outer corner, I'm just using window whipper motions to diffuse the product out further. So I'm going in now with a 223 Luxe Crease Brush from Zoeva, and I'm taking the shade Sunkissed, and I'm just blending this throughout the whole entire crease area, just using my circular motions. And then I will go back in again with my PLouise shade just to make sure that the two colours are nice and blended together and there's no harsh lines between the two shades. And I'll also just use my window whipper motions at the outer corner of my eye, just using whatever's left of my brush, just to make sure that it's nice and diffused towards the outer edge. So the next shade I'm going in with is the shade Burnt, and it's just a really nice intense burnt orange shade. I'm taking it on a Morphe 200 brush and I'm just blending that throughout the whole entire crease area. Basically just doing the same thing throughout the whole entire eye, and then I'll go back in with my previous brush with the previous shade, which was Sunkissed, and then I'll go in with the PLouise shade again and just sort of really make sure that everything's nice and blended towards the outer edge of the eye. So I'm just taking a little bullet brush and I'm going to have the shade Latte, and I'm going to start to deepen up the outer corner of the eye. So I'm just tapping the colour on first, and then I'm going to blend it around a third into the crease. This shade's really nice. It would be lovely for a nice transition shade, but I wanted to use sort of a light brown to start to deepen up the outer corner area before going in with my darker colours. So I am just going to carve my crease out using the Unique Mineral Touch Skin Perfecting Concealer, and I'm taking that on my detailed shader brush from Zoeva. So how I carve my crease out is I just push into the actual crease and drag the product down. I don't go ahead and try and get it all done in one go, otherwise it's just going to look messy, but if you can do that then that's amazing because I can't. I just really like to take my time when I'm doing something so detailed, especially on the eye area. So I push it in and drag it down, and then I'll try and sharpen it all up at the end if there's any wee bits and pieces that needs fixed. So now that your crease is all carved out and blended, I am going in with the shade Charm from the palette, just on a little flat brush, and I'm taking that towards the inner corner of the crease that I have carved out. Afterwards, I'm going to go in with the shade Martini from the palette as well, and I'm just going to place that on the center of my crease. You want to make sure that when your base is wet, if you're putting any sort of shadow on top of your wet base, you want to make sure that you're patting the colour in as opposed to just swiping, because if you're going to go over a wet base with a matte shade, you're really going to sort of lift and move the product about. So now what I'm doing is I've just took a really small detailed sort of eyeshadow brush, and what I'm doing is I'm just blending the two colours together, making sure that there's no harsh lines between the Charm and the Martini shade. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking the PLouise pigment in the shade Poppin' Candy, and I'm just placing that on top of the Martini shade. So now what I'm doing is I'm just taking my Collection Lasting Black Gel Liner just on a fine liner brush from the Kira Daily Desire Duo Collection. I'm just lining my lash line and then sort of just sticking it up the outer corners with the eyeliner. Afterwards, I'm just going to take a bullet brush from the Kira Daily Phoenix collection, and I'm going to take the shade Bestie from the palette and just pat that towards where the liner sort of stops at the outer corner and blend it slightly through the crease area. Then I'm just going to take a tiny bit of a matte black shadow and just go over the top of that, just making sure that you can't see where the liner sort of stops. So now what I'm doing is I'm just placing a little bit of lash glue down, and I'm just going to tap it in using a flat brush. Using or doing this method really helps tell when the lash glue is tacky in order to place your glitter down. So the glitter I'm using is the Lychee Cosmetics glitter in the shade Rose Gold, and then I'm just showing you guys how I apply my lashes as well. So I go from the outer corner and I bring it into the inner corner of the eye and just looking into my mirror. So I'm now moving on to the under eye area, and I'm taking a Luxe Petite crease brush from Zoeva, and I'm just taking the shade Queen from the palette and just blending that out quite a bit underneath the lower lash line, just using my window wiper motions going from side to side. You guys know I love a good blown out under eye area, so I'm really blowing this Queen shade out because I want this to be the main sort of focus of the under eye area. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to take my Collection gel liner just on a fine liner brush again. I'm going to place that in my waterline and under the lower lash line, and then I'm going to take my bullet brush from the Kira Daily Phoenix collection and take the shade Bestie from the palette just to blend all that out and create a wee bit of sort of definition underneath the lower lash line. I'm now going to just create my inner corner flick using the same liner brush, just following your natural tear duct shape and then just sharpening it up. So I'm now going in with highlighter, and I picked up a new highlighter. I picked up two of the Doll Beauty highlighters. This one is in the shade Shine Bright, and as you can tell, I am obsessed with it. It's so creamy, so buttery, super pigmented, and just super easy to blend. So I'm just blending that out using my largest fluffy brush from the Kira Daily Phoenix collection. I'm just applying that to the areas of my face where I would normally highlight. For contour, I am using my MAC Harmony blush just on a angled contouring brush, and I'm just applying that around the areas where I would normally contour, forehead, cheeks, and underneath the jaw also. For bronzer today, I'm using my Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC in the shade Give Me Sun, and I'm just using my multitask brush from Real Techniques and just going over the areas where I contoured previously. For blush today, I'm using the Peachy blush from the Be Perfect LMD Master Palette. I am blending it from the apples of my cheeks right up to my contour / bronze. And last but not least, for my lips, I'm using the Golden Rose Waterproof Liner in the shade 58. And then I'm just going over the top using my MAC lipstick in the shade Taupe. And then also, just for a wee bit of extraness and just for a nice wee glossy finish, I'm going over the top using my Jouer lip topper in the shade Skinny Dip. And this is the finished makeup look, guys. So yeah, I want to give my final verdict basically on the palette. It's not really like a review, but it sort of is at the end of the day because it is my first time ever trying it and the pigments and all that there type of stuff. But you need this in your life, and I'm not even joking. The pigmentation, I wish this phone would shut up. The pigmentation in this palette is out of this world. Like even the white, look at the white, like I can't. The oranges, the reds, like even the darker colours, like oh my god, I am blown away. PLouise, you have done a fantastic job. Also for the pigments, I really enjoy the pigments as well, but I recommend sticking down a wee bit of Fix Plus or something like that on your brush beforehand, before you pick up the pigments, so that way that they can stick to the eyelid, because these are so fine, they'll just blow off your eyes. So I definitely recommend sticking down a wee base, like a primer base, or a pigment base, or even a wee spritz of Fix Plus or something, just so that it really holds down the pigments for you. And then as for the lychee glitters, I am obsessed with them too, like oh my god. So yeah, I'm obsessed with the palette, and I honestly think that you guys really need it in your kit, especially if you don't have like any type of colours like this, because I mean this is going to be well and truly used 24/7 when I'm doing makeup looks, because this is like the majority of the colours that my clients would ask for, and it's going to be amazing for summer looks as well. So super excited. I'm so happy that I went to the palette launch. I'm so happy that I got my hands on the actual palette itself, because it's so hard to get. So yeah guys, this is the end of the tutorial. I really do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a big massive thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. That would mean the absolute world to me. Comment down in the comment box below if you have the palette and what you think of it, or comment in the comment section what type of tutorials that you would like to see next. Even me using this palette, what type of tutorials you would like to see me using this, if you are considering buying it. So yeah guys, thank you so much again for watching. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next one.